imagine what it feels like to feel ecstasy running through the body, like this energy of absolute bliss and excitement running through the body. Well, if you're watching this video, you might be actually experiencing short bursts of that, just sort of waves of all of a sudden feeling really excited, feeling like this ecstasy running through the body, this like bliss feeling. It's hard to explain with words, it just comes over you. Now, why is that? Well, it's for a few reasons, but mainly it's because we are reconnecting back to source, back to Mother, Father, God, back to that intelligent creational energy that runs through everything, that is the organizing principle of everything. Those of us that are on the awakened journey, that are conscious that we're on that journey of ascension right now, which is most likely going to be you if you're watching this video, else you wouldn't have been drawn to this video, then we are going to be the ones that are first experience this in our body, because we are the ones doing the work, whether that's doing grid work, doing our healing work, shadow work. We are the ones that are making room for the soul, for the light to come in, to ignite source from within so we can ripple it out. And it's that igniting of the source spark, that seed atom that's placed inside our sacral heart chakras, inside our sacral heart, that as we start to remember it, focus on it, start to ignite it through meditation, through being in nature, through whatever way you connect back into source, then it starts to ripple into all of the cells. And as that's happening, then we're going to experience more and more waves of just this energy, this source energy that we cannot put words onto. And this happened to me at the weekend, where it just came over me so strongly. And I actually even had this like this telepathic message. It was like God source consciousness was showing me, telling me. I felt the truth of why our human bodies were designed. It is true that many people do not experience joy and bliss because we've got so much corruption in the body. There's been so many consciousness viruses purposely seeded into our collective consciousness to keep us from connecting to who we are, so that we could prop up the slave system. Because this slave system obviously knew that if we remembered who we were, connected to who we were, there's absolutely no way the world would be the way it is right now. We'd all be in bliss and harmony, and we'd remember we were all one being, connected together, expressing ourselves as unique expressions of the one. So connecting to that at the weekend, and then I felt for the first time like it was like a total gnosis turning on of, like, even though I understood this mentally, I embodied that message that these bodies, before the corruption, they were made to enjoy absolute pleasure, orgasmic pleasure from creating. Now, when I say orgasmic, I don't mean about having a sexual orgasm. Our sexual energy is important to creation, but again, that's been distorted and perverted. But I mean feeling that orgasmic pleasure move through all of the body. That is what the bodies were created for, so that source could experience all and everything and start creating and feeling that bliss in the body. That is the template. That is the organic template that we are moving back into. We are unplugging from the false matrix, from the lies, from the illusion, and we are plugging back into source, to the organic, undistorted source, which is God source consciousness. So imagine what it'll feel like as we continue on this journey, as we say, devoted and committed to doing our inner work, to cleaning out our templates. And the more that we clear out our templates, the more space is in the body for God source consciousness to take up root. And as that happens, we're going to be moving into more and more of feeling that bliss and joy in the body. So it'll be less coming in waves and more being there a lot more permanently. So if this is the journey that I am on, this reconnection back to source, and I am dissolving layers and layers of all that is not me through the work that I do with my clients, and through the work that I do with my clients. But as I'm doing it with my clients, I'm going deep on that healing as well, and I'm healing even deeper with every client I have, and if you're actually interested in going on this reconnection journey and starting to, discover what does it actually feel like to have source in the body. And you can check out the link in the description, but if not, you obviously you don't have to do that, but I just wanted to put this video out to encourage people to, ask that question. What would it feel like just to experience bliss, orgasmic bliss and pleasure running through my whole body every single day? And as we ask that, we invite in the universe to show us that, to start giving us that guidance and leading us towards that. And as it's giving us that guidance and showing us that, it's going to show us everything that's blocking us from being in that state of union with source. So it might not always be that loads of bliss is coming in as we ask that question, but as we ask that question, we're going to see all the stuff that we need to heal, all the stuff that's being mirrored back to us. It's going to become more it's going to be easy for us to see. I often say now that what we have seen as the subconscious mind, so the stuff that's hidden and buried in the subconscious, well, that is rising back into our conscious now. So we're going to be in a place very soon where there is no real distinction between subconscious and conscious. At least I believe that, where, we're going to be able to really just by intent, by thought, just tap into all the information that we need to tap into the universe, tap into ourselves, tap into our Akashic records, all of our libraries, because the subconscious and the conscious are starting to merge. That is why we are seeing now, if we look around the planet, we can see everything that was hidden, all those shadows, they're just right there in that evil that, was just so hidden from so many of us. It's right there now. We can't deny it because it's right in our face. And that is the same with all the shadows inside of our bodies, where when we ask these questions, although it's happening anyway, whether we ask these questions or not, this actually helps us accelerate us into those states, and gives us an advantage because we are consciously participating with creation. So if we ask those questions, we start to realize that. And we have to remember as well, when those shadows start to come up for us to heal them, when we start to just see them, things that we were blinded to, it's just like, boom, we understand it now. We're seeing our blind spots, and that is the gift of this time that we are in right now. But it is remembering that the human part of us, it's the human's part of our job to take the actions we are guided to take, to look at what is being presented in front of us, and it's God source consciousness, it's the higher self, it's its job to then help to present those to us, give us the impulses, create those synchronistic events, but we have to take those steps. So yeah, okay, thank you.